So maybe I could just start off by saying I just want to acknowledge the wonderful contributions that Chinese Canadians have made to this wonderful country. They're an integral part of our economy and our society, and restaurants like this one are a place where so many people can gather and celebrate with friends and family, and the business owners work so hard to not only provide high quality food and services to the community, but also creating jobs. And I just want to say how disgusted I was when I heard reports of a very racist video game that was being put out, and that kind of thing has no place in Canadian society. I condemn the tone and the negative message that sends, and I'm very proud to be part of a party that apologized for the Chinese head tax, that has an open and welcoming and inclusive message for all Canadians, and that celebrates all the contributions that Chinese Canadians have made to this country.
So any suggestion that what can we do now?
Well, about this particular incident, I think the best thing, we all just need to condemn it, and for those that produce these types of things, we need to make sure that they know that there's no market for that here in Canada, that nobody wants to see that kind of thing, that it's disgusting to Canadians who celebrate the open and inclusive society that we built. So my message to everyone is to, certainly don't play it, don't buy it, don't have anything to do with it, so that people who have these types of terrible ideas know that it's not welcome here in Canada.
Any action that you would take to support the Chinese restaurant?
Yeah, well, some of my favorite places to visit. I've got a few of my favorites in my hometown of Regina and in Ottawa that I like to visit, and the more I come to Markham and Toronto, I'm always finding new hidden gems of really wonderful cuisine, and there's some great seafood on display here that I like to enjoy. So every time one thing that's very difficult about this business is I try to keep the weight off, because there's always such wonderful meals everywhere I go.
Okay, what kind of the Chinese food you like? What's your favorite?
I really like it all. I've started to enjoy some of the spicy dishes. So I kind of stay with the Canadian Chinese types of offerings, sweet and sour dishes. I really enjoy that. Really like egg drop soup and the wonton soups. Really, just you name it, Szechuan chicken, General Tao chicken, and gone out for dim sum a few times, and I really do like it all, and I'm starting to enjoy more and more of the spicier dishes that 10 years ago I thought were too. I'm developing a bit of a palate for that kind of thing.
Okay, so any words that you can say to promote Chinese restaurant, or maybe you talk to the restaurant owner, because maybe they were affected by that video game.
Yeah, well, the thing that's so offensive is, I know so many people who work in Chinese restaurants or who own them, and they take great pride in the quality of the food that they put out. It really is a mark of excellence for them. They go above and beyond, ensuring they get fresh ingredients. They're up in many cities. They're up early in the morning, going to the local markets, getting high quality fish, high quality seafood, high quality produce, and they really do. It is their livelihood. They put part of themselves into the business, and every Chinese restaurant owner that I've known has that pride in the quality of the food that they're putting out, and that's always been my experience. So I'm happy to support local businesses like this. And the other thing I'm hearing a lot about in the business community, especially in the restaurant community, is the new changes that the Liberals are imposing on small business owners will have a devastating impact on family-run operations. As you know, many Chinese restaurants are family affairs. The spouse takes a turn in doing the books or greeting customers. The children often come after school, after university classes, and they earn a little bit of money supporting the family business, working for the family business. And these changes are going to make it harder for these families to keep their workers, to invest, to save. Sometimes business isn't always good, and they use some of these legitimate measures to save for those occasions or to open up a second location. And the Liberals are attacking their ability to do that, which is having a very negative effect in the community. And a lot of small business owners, local business owners, restaurant owners, they're angry that the Liberals are calling them, tax cheats, that the Liberals are using language saying that they're exploiting loopholes and they're just trying to get rich. And we know it takes a lot of work to get a business up like this. The owners are the last to get paid. They make sure that their workers get paid. first, that they pay their bills, and at the end of the day, if they have a little bit of money, they just want to save up for that rainy day or for their retirement. Now the Liberals are trying to yank that away from them. Conservatives are going to fight that every step of the way.
I know your party is against the tax reform, right?
Absolutely. You know.
If you win the election after 19, and what's your policy regarding this?
Well, our policies as we go into the 2019 election will be to make a tax system that is fair, that does not target one group of Canadians over another, that ensures that there's predictability and that legitimate measures are there to use. Our tax changes that we will run on will be to encourage investment, to make it easier for businesses to open and expand, not just because we want to see those individual business owners succeed, but because there are millions of Canadians whose jobs depend on those businesses being successful. And when you attack people who take an idea and hard work and open up a business, when you attack them, you're also attacking all the workers that have jobs thanks to those entrepreneurs. So our tax proposals will be measured, aimed at reducing costs for individual Canadians, making it easier for local businesses to invest and save and expand, and we'll be excited to put that forward in front of the Canadian people. But what's happening right now, what the Liberals are proposing right now, that they've written, that they've put up on the government website, is a direct attack on local business owners and all the people who work for them.
So if you win the election, you will completely eliminate this tax, or you will keep some good stuff?
Well, we have to wait and see what's actually going to happen, right? Like what they've put up right now, they're starting to send some mixed signals. So what we want to do is, first of all, we think that the Liberals should go right back to the drawing board. We think that everything about this has been mishandled. They've used very divisive language. They've insulted local business owners with some very negative language, saying that they're taking advantage of loopholes and not paying their fair share. That sent a terrible message to the business community. They've also made it clear that they're attacking the ability for businesses to save for retirement, for when there's a downturn in the economy, or to pass the business on to the family. So there's so many things here that are wrong. We're calling on them to go right back to the drawing board. We'll wait and see what they actually bring forward in terms of legislation. But I can tell you one thing, in 2019, when Conservatives are putting our alternative forward to Canadians, our tax changes will always be aimed at, first of all, lowering taxes for all Canadians, and secondly, ensuring that we have an economy that's growing and vibrant. I'll just say one more thing. It strikes me that every single time Conservatives see a problem in society, when we see an issue, when we see something going on with our tax code, our solution is always to lower taxes. The Liberals, every time they see something that needs to be addressed, their solution is always to raise taxes. That's all we've seen from this government from the get-go. They've raised taxes on families by canceling popular credits like the public transit credit, the children's activity credit. They're bringing in a carbon tax. It's going to make it harder and harder to do business in Ontario. We were just at a local business here run by a Chinese family in the flooring business. They sell flooring to different retailers across the city. Just because of the hydro costs alone, they can't do much of the manufacturing here because it's just too expensive to pay the hydro bill. Now, with these changes on local businesses, they don't know what they're going to do. So it's having a real impact on the quality of life for many, many people in the GTA, in Ontario, and in Canada.
Thank you so much.
Under current legislation, is the offensive video game allowable in the system, and any amended legislation be required?
Well, right now, as I understand this, this has just been put out. It's more a case, I think, of everyone in society, public officials, elected officials condemning it, and really Canadians doing everything we can to send the signal back that there's no market for it here. We have fundamental freedoms in this country, but it's important that people don't send those types of negative, divisive signals to any ethnic group, any group of new Canadians, and I just want to add my voice to all those who are condemning this outrageous video game that is just so offensive and on so many levels, and I certainly believe that there's no place for things like that in Canadian society.
But what they are doing is not against the law right now.
Well, as I said, we have the Charter protects the rights and freedoms of us all, of every group and of every type of Canadian, whether no matter what our background is. So it's important that we maintain those freedoms that protect you and I from from having our rights infringed, but as a society, as a group of people, as Canadians of many different backgrounds, we can all stand united together and send that signal of condemnation that we have no time for that here in Canada. There's no market for it, and people can take their hatred and bigotry elsewhere. And I want to do everything I can to send that message and to educate the next generation of Canadians that they have to stay vigilant, because these types of intolerant attitudes can creep back in from time to time, and we can never take it for granted.
So the party will have an official statement about that?
About the video game? Yeah, well, this is my official statement on behalf of the party, how much I am disgusted and how much I condemn this type of a terrible, divisive message.
Thank you.
We also tweeted this yesterday.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
One of our members of Parliament just gave a statement today in the House of Commons, officially putting on the record in the House of Commons that the Conservative Party condemns and denounces this example of very racist messaging.
Thank you very much.